The sales page for this tool claims one person is making $635 a day publishing AI-written Kindle books while, in their words, binge-watching Netflix. I don't take a number like that at face value from any sales page, ever. So I looked past the highlight reel and dug into what this tool actually, technically does, and what Amazon itself actually requires from AI-generated books. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what's real here. Hey, welcome back. If you're new here, I test tools like this before you spend money on them, and AI publishes your whole book for you is one of the boldest claims in this entire space right now, so I want to separate the real functionality from the marketing. BookMint is a cloud-based tool that claims to research a niche, write a full manuscript, design a cover, narrate an audiobook, and publish directly to Amazon KDP and Audible, from a single keyword, with one button press. Let's look at what's actually inside. Quick heads up, I'll drop the official link with the current launch price in the description box below. This is a one-time price. The page says rises once it hits capacity, so if it's a fit after this review, grab it while you're watching. Now let's get into the real feature breakdown. Here's the real problem this is aimed at, and it's genuine. Traditional Amazon KDP publishing is slow and expensive if you outsource it, research a niche, write 10,000 plus words, hire an editor, hire a cover designer, learn Amazon's formatting requirements, and hope your file doesn't get rejected over a metadata error. Realistically, that's weeks of work or $500 to $2,000 plus per book if you pay for it. That cost and time barrier is exactly why most people who start publishing on KDP quit after one or two books. BookMint's pitch is collapsing that entire pipeline into one automated dashboard: research, writing, cover design, narration, and publishing, from a single prompt. Let's go through the real feature set in detail, because there's a lot here. One-click book generator. Enter a keyword, niche, or idea, and it's designed to build a complete manuscript automatically: fiction, non-fiction, self-help, romance, children's books, and more. AI niche research engine scans Amazon's marketplace data to surface topics the page describes as high demand and low competition, aiming to remove the guesswork of picking a niche. Simultaneous multi-format publishing: Kindle ebook, paperback, print-on-demand, and audiobook versions generated from the same manuscript, turning one creation into 3 separate royalty streams instead of one. AI voice narration converts the manuscript into an audiobook using AI voices across a stated 80+ languages, without hiring a voice actor or booking studio time. Professional cover designer generates a genre-appropriate cover automatically based on your book's theme, aimed at replacing a paid design service. Keyword and category optimizer selects keywords and categories intended to improve visibility in Amazon search and browse results. Built-in plagiarism shield states that generated content is checked for originality before publishing, a genuinely relevant feature given Amazon's real scrutiny of duplicate or low-effort content. One-click publishing to KDP and Audible formats and uploads directly to Amazon's platforms, aiming to remove the manual formatting and upload steps that commonly trip up new publishers. Series stacking automation can generate connected multi-book series rather than only standalone titles. Unlimited book generation, one-time fee, no stated per book cost or monthly charge at the base price, positioned against typical monthly AI writing subscriptions. Agency/commercial license included, allows creating and publishing books for paying clients, keeping what you charge. Mobile access is usable from a phone, not just desktop. Included training and bonuses, a publishing blueprint, KDP optimization checklist, done-for-you description templates, and additional training bundled at the base price. So on paper, this is a genuinely broad, ambitious all-in-one publishing pipeline. The multi-format, one source to 3 royalty streams angle in particular is a real, distinct selling point. This is the most important section of this review, so stick with me. First, the specific numbers: $635 a day, individual testimonials citing thousands of dollars a month, and the more you publish, the more you earn, framed as a guarantee. I want to be direct. The page's own fine print states plainly that results aren't typical and that BookMint makes no guarantee you'll earn anything. That single sentence, buried at the bottom of most launch pages like this one, tells you what to actually expect more honestly than any testimonial above it does. Second, fully autonomous, zero human involvement, you literally do nothing, is the central claim of this whole page. I'd treat that as the starting point for your own testing, not a guarantee of hands-off quality. Read the first few generated manuscripts yourself before publishing anything under your name, the same way you'd proofread work from any new hire. Third, and this is something the sales page doesn't mention, but you should know before publishing anything, Amazon KDP has its own real, actual content policies around AI-generated books. Amazon requires you to disclose when content is AI-generated, and Amazon has been actively enforcing quality standards against low-effort or spam-like publishing at scale. This isn't me speculating. It's Amazon's own stated KDP content guidelines, which exist independently of any tool you use to create the book. I'd strongly recommend reading Amazon's current KDP AI content disclosure policy yourself before publishing anything, regardless of which tool generated it. Because those rules apply to you as the publisher, not to BookMint as the software. Given all that, here's who this actually makes sense for. This is a reasonable fit if you want to seriously test Amazon KDP publishing at volume, and understand that a full catalog, not one book, is typically what makes this business model work. Are comfortable reviewing and lightly editing AI-generated manuscripts before publishing, rather than expecting flawless, unread output. Are willing to read and follow Amazon's actual AI content disclosure requirements as the publisher of record. This is not a fit if you're expecting a fully passive, zero-effort income stream with no risk of a book underperforming. No legitimate publishing tool, AI-powered or not, can promise that. Now the price, and I'm skipping past the roughly $4,000 plus bundled value stack entirely. That's launch page math, not a real market comparison. Here's what matters. Launch price, $17, one-time payment, per the page, with a stated regular price of $497 one-time or $197 per month once the launch window or user cap is hit. There's a $9.95 optional quick launch booster upsell with preloaded niches and templates, optional. Evaluate it on its own merits. There's also a first 100 buyers only commercial license bonus mentioned on the page. Treat any first X buyers framing as standard launch urgency, not something to base your decision around. 180-day money-back guarantee, which is unusually long for this category and worth noting as a genuine positive. Compare that to $500 to $2,000 plus in outsourcing costs per book the traditional way, and the entry price is low risk. Just budget your own time for reviewing output, since that's real time even if the software itself is inexpensive. Fair pros and cons, this is what actually builds trust with you. White heavy checkmark what I liked. Genuinely broad multi-format output, ebook, paperback, and audiobook from one manuscript is a real, distinct advantage over single-format tools. Built-in plagiarism checking is a relevant, useful feature given Amazon's real scrutiny of AI content quality. Niche research and keyword/category optimization address real, practical pain points beyond just the writing itself. One-time price instead of a recurring monthly fee for the core tool. 180-day guarantee is notably longer than almost anything else in this category. Warning: what to know before buying. Ignore the specific daily/monthly income figures and guaranteed framing. The page's own disclaimer confirms results aren't typical, and no publishing tool can guarantee book sales. Read every generated manuscript before publishing it. Fully autonomous, zero editing is the sales pitch, not something to rely on blindly, especially for anything going out under your name. Read Amazon's actual current KDP AI content disclosure and quality policies yourself. This applies to you as the publisher regardless of which tool you use, and the sales page doesn't mention it. Volume over quality is the page's own stated strategy. That's a real, if debated, approach in this space, and worth deciding deliberately rather than defaulting into it. None of that means the tool doesn't function as described. The feature set looks genuinely broad. It means the income promises and zero-effort framing deserve real skepticism, and there's a real compliance step the page skips that you shouldn't.